Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of How Far Into Lockdown Are We and What's Going On With My Hair. Today, as you've probably seen by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about a Smeargle only little fun PvP tournament that I took part in. How well did I do? Guess you're gonna have to stick around to find out. I hate doing these so much. Okay, right, yeah, so the rules of this tournament are basically the CP cap on a Smeargle is 300 CP, and you're not allowed any fighting moves or repeated movesets. So for example, you can have a Smeargle with Pound and Body Slam, but then the remaining 5 of your Smeargles that you can register to a team can't have either Pound or Body Slam. So it was basically the tournament took like 3 months. It was 5 rounds and it took a long time just because I don't think anybody was really like pushing to get the rounds done and stuff. But basically when the Smeargle's Photobomb challenge came out for Pokemon Snap, maybe not 3 months then, whenever Pokemon Snap came out, when that came out and Shiny Smeargle came out, it just kind of like reinvigorated this whole like, people could build XL Smeargles, people could build lock-on Flying Press Smeargles for a little cup one day or something like that. And then just came out this like plethora of like content about Smeargle only tournaments and how they are actually pretty fun, and I'll show you the games. This video is going to have everything. It's going to have wins, it's going to have losses, it's going to have drama. It's amazing. First of all, I'll give a shout out to Alf, or Alfin Deal. He's a Twitch streamer, YouTube content creator for Pokemon Go, who ran this tournament. Thank you so much. The tournament still hasn't been concluded, but thank you so much for doing it anyway. I think I'll just hop straight into the games. You guys know me. My OBS skills are second to none. I tried to make it look like I was the face of this Smeargle, and frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if people are deceived into thinking that I am a Smeargle. I've got music set up. Hopefully it shouldn't be too loud. It's a daily mix. So yeah, great times. My first opponent is IRL Dino. He's a Twitch streamer as well. So I'll pop his Twitch in the bio. I'm going to turn this music down a tiny bit, just so I can hear myself think. He's called IRL Dino, and I'm pretty sure it's because his hair makes him look like Dino, so I feel that dude. But yeah, let's get straight into the games. Here we go. Cool, so I've sped it up, should be bearable. Quick flick of the D&D mode. So I had 3 Smeargles built for this tournament, and my strategy was pretty much the same in every game. I had a lock-on V-Create Smeargle, which I managed to get by having a lock-on return Porygon, which I had a lock-on return Porygon that the return would roll a random move, and I managed to get V-Create, which was incredibly lucky. So yeah, I would go up to 2 V-Creates, throw them both back to back, and then swap to my safe swap, which is also a Smeargle, and go for the Body Slam. It just gets off a ton of damage, and then the defense drops that you receive, like, you can negate by swapping out, so it's just some amazing neutral damage. The weird thing about these Smeargle games is it's really difficult to know when to shield. You just don't know what's going to come, and sometimes it's just a case of like statistics and just shielding something that you know is gonna hit hard. So for example, against like Dragon Breath users, like they normally have like quite fast charging moves because Dragon Breath generates energy so slowly. So like I wouldn't shield something if it had a Dragon Breath to charge up to it, because I was kind of like, well, you can count obviously, but yeah. So man, this Smeargle is churning out these V-Creates. And I get 2, and I don't know if I'm switch locked here, so this is the problem. Like, if I get 2 off and I'm switch locked, then I'm taking damage, but I've still got a shield, which I opt not to shield. Interesting. Hyper Fang's gonna kill me. What was I doing? I was on a V-Create as well. I could have just done that and swapped, but oh well. This is the first time I've actually watched these games since I played them, so just slow down the footage a tiny bit as well. There we go, get to another Body Slam. So the movesets that I had were Lock On, V Create, Mud Slap, Body Slam, and finally, which you're seeing here, is Thundershock, Tri Attack. And what I would try and do is I would try and get my Thundershock, Tri Attack on the last Pokemon so that I could hit it with the debuff and subsequently have a better time against it. I farmed down them because I was trying to disclose the fact that I had Tri Attack. I was sweating it out. I'd had a bad month in Sylph, and I was like, if I'm going to win something, I'm going to win this bloody Smeargle tournament. So in again with the exact same strategy. I haven't even talked about his lineup. So like, I feel like I was the only one this tournament that took the entering in your team seriously. So obviously he's put that he's got a 123 CP Shadow Smeargle, 45 CP CX Smeargle, and a Palpitoad. You know, I put mine in legitimately because I've been burnt by that in Sylph before, but I feel like everyone was just having a bit of a laugh with it. Maybe I was taking it too seriously. So there I go, do the same thing I always do, back-to-back V creates, and then swap into the Body Slam. Obviously, without knowing that your opponent can only be a normal type, means that normal is always going to hit for neutral, and you're going to get stabbed from it. So like Body Slam is a great move. I think I come up against a lock-on Body Slammer later on, which is really, really scary. So I'm looking like I'm in a good position here. I can save my shields. Opponent's packing Psychic. This is the thing, like with these Smeargle games, it's just such a case of just like as much damage as you can do. So here I throw my whole strategy out the window and I lock myself in on the V Create Smeargle. I go for back-to-back, but see, it's just doing so much damage, and just it's a war of attrition in these games. Can I get to another one before he gets to... Oh my god, I can. Why didn't I throw... Am I going to let this go? Surely not. Nah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Lock On V Create is just so oppressive. But you can see how much this Dragon Breath's doing because my defense has dropped twice. But I'm still just churning him out. And then I come in... And no need to shield. I think I'll just show him that I've got Tri Attack because it's the winning game. And then I turned off the recorder because I just figured that I didn't want this to be too long a video. So GG's to my opponent. Great games. Thanks IRL Dino. I'll pop your Twitch in the bio. Everyone should check him out. He's a nice looking dude. And cool. Round 2. I am going to butcher the pronunciation of this name. It is... Sorry, I've got it so small on my screen. Fisher. Fisher? Sorry, mate. Anyway, let's see. Straight in, must have started the recording late. Doing the exact same strategy. Going for 2 V creates and then swapping. I didn't actually see what fast move my opponent has in this opener. But I get my 2 V creates off, which is perfect. Shields the second one. Now I swap into my Body Slam. So, problem here is if this is a debuffing move, like Leaf Tornado, I could be stuck in this matchup unfavorably with a massive debuff. Shout out to the Go Plus, getting me a spin. So now I'm locked in with this debuff, which is horrible. I'm going to want to switch off of this as soon as possible. But as I've said before, switching onto the V Crate leaves me with a debuff, which is not great. Just trying to get the switch clock down here. And then I go back into my V Crate one, which is interesting. Cool, I can tank this, perfect. And then he comes back in, opting to throw early. Interesting. It's so funny, like when you watch yourself play and how you feel like you do everything differently. Sorry. Cool. Get to the second one. This will KO. He has to shield. That's cool. So now, also another way that you can win these games. Yeah, perfect. Good shield. is just by having more Smeargles alive by the time the timer runs out. So here, what I'd like to see is me switch into like my Thundershock Smeargle, maybe. Just keep this one alive, maybe. Oh, okay, swap into the Body Slam one. Interesting. Because a win condition for me could have been just having 3 really low health Smeargles and him only having 2. But Doom Desire, another strong move, but V-Crate's just so much more powerful. Obviously, it does leave you with that debuff. Working out what I want to do here. He swaps, which I'm like, oh hey, this is perfect. If I can land the tri-attack before, I can potentially debuff. Oof. Interesting. Get the V-Create off. Can do some massive damage. Did they get the farm down? No. Lock on V-Create, man. Imagine if a actual meta-relevant Pokemon had this moveset, because Jesus. I don't know what Pokemon can learn V-Create in the main series games. Is it just Victini? Cool, so game number 2. Opponent taking a little bit longer to lock in. Let's speed the footage up a bit. Cool, so I run the exact same strategy I've been running every game. Go up to 2 V-Crates. It's fine. So they're running Powder Snow, Icy Wind. This is interesting. Debuffers were really scary. It's difficult to know how to deal with them. Opting to bank a V-Crate there. Maybe because of the debuff, I didn't want to throw it whilst debuffed. Ooh, almost missing the bubbles. The most difficult part of PvP. So now I've got 1 Icy Wind debuff on me, and they've come into their lock-on Smeargle, which has lock-on Doom Desire. The thing is, like, 1 Icy Wind is just enough to flip these kind of matchups. So I'd like to see me swap off, clear the debuff. Here I am back on this Smeargle. This is the thing, like, what do you save your shields for? Like, he's got a Doom Desire and an Icy Wind. At some point I'm going to have to choose to shield something, should it not be one of these Doom Desires. So he swapped onto his full health Smeargle, so this is his 3rd Smeargle now. Opting for a little bit of farm before throwing the next one that should debuff me further. Can I get to the last one? Oof, just miss out. So this is their Mudslap Body Slam variant, I believe. Oh, you'll notice that this person has put the CP of all of their Smeargles as 69. That's a sex number. It's a funny number. So Christ, no, it wasn't. It was Mudshot Leaf Tornado. So just had my attack severely decreased. And the Icy Wind. I think I cleared that though. This felt like a slow suffocation. So I get 1 tri-attack off. Still in this position where I really don't want to have to shield a bloody Icy Wind. A little bit of lag. Caught up with the fast moves. Land the tri-attack. They're waiting down the timer, which is really smart. I get another tri-attack off. Again, I've had a bloody Icy Wind debuff at this point, so I swap, I get the debuff. I'm like, oof, can I tank this because of the debuff? Just about. And just about get to the Body Slam. That is absolutely wild. They shield. Time's up. They beat me on time. And I was like, oh my god, like, how do I even play against this? They're just debuffing me and suffocating me. And like, if I'd have shielded like one of those Doom Desires, it probably would have been enough to flip the whole game. So I'm having a bit of an existential crisis at this point. So I decide, better just lock in with the exact same strategy because I literally have no other plan. I think I might have been messaging them at that point just to be like, hey, did it say that you won? Because it just wanted to check that it wasn't a draw. And they're like, oh no, I won. I'm like, okay. Anyway, straight in with the same strategy. And they lead with a Charm Smeargle. And at this point, I'm like, just how many Smeargles does this bloody person have? But you can see it's 266 CP, so like, there's so many more power-ups in there. Like, power-ups only give you like, they give you like 6 CP a time by the time you get close to 300 CP. So, you know, this is an underleveled Smeargle with Charm. So, I'm happy to see it. I try something different though. I come into the Tri-Attack Smeargle, get the debuff. They bank their energy, don't throw it with the debuff, which is very smart. I get the debuff again, and I'm like, hey, how does it feel? Oh, a little bit of RNG, but hey, if you don't play the lottery, you'll never win. If you don't run Tri-Attack, you'll never land 3 debuffs in a row. At this point, I'm like, nope, not going to shield. Just tank the body slam. Oof, get farmed down. Ah, well. So now they come back in with their Charm. So it'd be interesting to see what move they were running alongside Charm. Weather Ball. So obviously they got that from a Alolan Ninetales. But I don't know. Like that lineup of Leaf Tornado, Icy Wind was just so oppressive, and I was really wondering how I was going to deal with it. And then they just opted not to run it. Here's the Icy Wind. I swap to clear the debuff. Get to a first V-Crate. This will pressure the shield because it just does so much damage. There it is. I'll shield this because my defenses severely fell. Ooh, and they come in with their own Smeargle. Gonna have to throw anyway. That's okay. Like I'll outpace them to the next move on this one as well. Boom. Smeargle, go. Brr. As young people like myself say. Do you see how much damage that Icy Wind did? Because I was so crazily dropped by the thing. So yeah, GG to my opponent. That was round 2. Round 3. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, that's my home. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm checking to see what the log says about that loss, because I'm a bit like, oh, am I sure that they won? But alas. So let's get rid of Freyfroj. My next round opponent, you might see that it actually says removed next to their name. And when I said this tournament had it all, I was like, hey, you ready to play our games? He was like, yep, sure thing, I'll send. And then he messaged me like, hey, dude, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to back out. I accidentally deleted all my Smeargles. And they transferred their Smeargles whilst preparing for a community day, I think. Just accidentally deleted their entire team. And I'm like, wow, that's the only time I think I'm ever going to get a win, because my opponent accidentally deleted all their team. Yeah, his name's LeftJ, LEFFJ, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, LeftJ. I believe he's got a Twitch channel as well, so I will pop that in the bio. He was a really cool dude about it, and I was like, hey, free win, I'll take it, you know? So, currently 3-0, and my next opponent is Prof Slade. Prof Slade looks to be taking the whole Smeargle CP numbers seriously, which is a welcome sight for me at this point, who regrets not putting the number 69 in my Smeargle CPs. And let's see. What am I going to go with? It's the exact same thing I've been going with this whole time. But here I'm like, shit, is that a rank 10 pose? Oh no. Oh no. But here, I'm trying to work out what moveset that is actually. I go for the double V-Create. The scary thing about double V-Create is if you CMP tie and it's like, well, I'm just going to have to shield this out of respect. And it's a V-Create of his own. So he throws one and then changes. So I think he might have Confusion V-Create and he just cloned it straight from a Victini. So this is the beauty of him swapping first. I'm like, sweet, I'll swap into my debuffer so that if I do land the debuff, he's locked in. He gets a Night Slash, doesn't get the boost unfortunately. I get to another Tri-Attack, which just hits so hard because of the stab. That and of course because he's had his stats reduced, I know that won't KO me. I farm it down. Oof, he actually swaps, which is fine. It's a Smeargle only tournament. You're not going to be at that much of a disadvantage. I get the debuff again. Just get the debuff, guys. Just get it. So now he's locked into his own Smeargle. So I'm like, sweet. I will shield this. Shield this. No, okay, didn't do as much as I thought. Okay, so I was loving those lock-ons because they were doing like so much extra damage because of the thing that allowed me to get a bit of farm up, farm that one down, and then I've got a V create stored. What I'd like to see is a switch here. There it is, perfect. Because I'm so close to another V create, but then I don't have to worry about the debuff. And good old reliable Smeargle in the back comes to clean up. I think this is a one game. Very much liking my opponent's look. Very monochrome. I figured with the state of the game at the moment, this is just some light comic relief. And hey, if you see a Smeargle tournament, sign up. Yeah, the rounds took so long, but it was just because no one was really taking it like too seriously. But it was really enjoyable. I can genuinely recommend it. Cool, so that's a convincing win. All thanks to a tri-attack debuff. Instantly lock in, because we ain't about changing tactics. So the cool thing about Smeargle, Nezabethan wrote a really cool Go Stadium article. I'll put it in the bio. About Smeargles, he talked about the potential movesets of a Smeargle for a 500 CP cup. Basically a hundo, a hundo Smeargle goes to just under 500 CP. So if they ever do something like Little League where Smeargle's eligible, there are some crazy movesets which you can create through luck, like Lock On Flying Press, which are just crazy energy generation and damage. Because of course Flying Press only learned by Pikachu Libre currently. He's thrown first, so I get to throw my 2 V crates, very nice. And then because he hasn't given me switch advantage, I'll go on to my my body slammer. Because if I threw a tri-attack here and it debuffed him, then he can just switch straight out. So you get how it works. Like I said, this whole Smeargle tournament felt like a war of attrition. You know, just getting microscopic kind of amounts of damage up on your opponent. But yeah, Nezabethan wrote a really cool article about it for Go Stadium. Basically talking about, I don't know, my wedding ring's on. Holy shit, there is going to be drama in the comments. So we're going to be like, oh my god, is him and his wife divorced? The secret is sometimes when your hands get a bit hot and sweaty, the wedding rings, they just, this is the wedding rings. Okay, this is a wedding ring. This is, no one cares. But imagine if there was drama in the comments, like, oh my god, his wife left him because he loves Smeargle so much. So, sorry, I keep trying to talk about Nezabethan's article and getting distracted. Yeah, he talks about the potential movesets, how they could be good, how good in Little League, and he also touches on these kind of tournaments where it's Smeargle only, and the general rules are 300 CP and no fighting moves and no repeated movesets, and he talks about the good movesets. Him and I pretty much devised what we thought would be the best moveset combinations, and it was like combinations of lock on, body slam, tri attack, with fast energy generating moves. And what I really wanted was the Genesect move. What's it called? It's called like Techno something, right? Techno. I'm gonna find out, one moment. Sorry everybody, just enjoy the oppressive Smeargle damage. Technoblast, because you could get Technoblast normal by randomly rolling it with the return Porygon. So lock on Technoblast normal was an ideal moveset for this tournament, but unfortunately I just didn't get it while rolling. Yeah, so GG to my opponent, Prof Slade, and now we are 4-0 going into the final against Philly Eevee. If Philly has a YouTube channel or something, I'll link it below, but let's just get straight into this. Philly EV's choosing his team. It was always really interesting to be like, okay, it's a Smeargle lead, yeah, obviously. So what's it going to be? Dragon Breath. I'm like, okay, cool. Dragon Breath is fine. I'm not debuffed. The scary thing about Dragon Breath is when you have a defense debuff on yourself and you get locked in against the Dragon Breath, because it does just crazy damage. So I charged up to 2, threw them both, and swapped. Opted not to shield either of them, which is just like such worth. A V-Create is possibly the best thing that you could shield out of me, I believe. Or if I land a Tri-Attack debuff, maybe the second Tri-Attack would be a good thing to shield. So he had Wild Charge, so similar strategy, but Wild Charge just not as good as V-Create, unfortunately, in a neutral Smeargle vs Smeargle matchup. Cool, so Hydro Cannon, great DPE move. So I think this is probably Mud Shot, opting to shield it, which is interesting. I think at this point I was just kind of worried about the fast move damage of Dragon Breath, and I thought, well, I'm not going to need to shield anything out of that, because no one's going to have like Dragon Breath and Solar Beam, because you're never going to get to it. People are going to have like Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw or something. I think I was hoping that maybe I could get the debuff on him before he threw the next move as well. So come back in with the Body Slam one, outpace him to the move, which is really, really nice. Just pinch him. Cool. Now this is kind of scary. He's got a shield. And it's like, yeah, what are you going to have to shield, dude? You're going to have to shield this, aren't you? So obviously not going to throw immediately, because then these moves are going to do so much damage. And it's Psy Strike, which is a cool move. There's the first V-Create that he shields. Oh, God almighty. This is going to kill me, isn't it? Oh, just survived. Then I get to throw my own V-Create. Doesn't do as much as I thought. And at this point I thought, God, is this an XL bloody Smeargle? Because that's the thing, like a 0-15-15 Smeargle, you can use XLs to power it up. So I lose game 1. Get a Sinnoh Stone for my troubles. Philly thinking about what's gonna be best. Whereas I've just gone for the same strategy. Oh man. Really thinking about what he should be leading. Smeargle in the front, Smeargle in the back. So he's opting for the Dragon Breath Smeargle again. I can't even remember what move he had with the Dragon Breath Smeargle. I go halfway and throw one V-Create, and then swap with one Banked, which is an interesting move. Put some more pressure on him. Oh yeah, it was Wild Charge. See, it would have been really nice to CMP tie one of those Wild Charges, because then he would have had to shield, but... Well, he wouldn't have to have shielded, but it would have been like a worthwhile use of his shield. But the great thing here is that he swapped so much further aft, I can come onto my Tri-Attack one, and I can hopefully get a debuff, and he's going to be locked in with a debuff Smeargle. So go straight for it. He might opt to shield. No, he doesn't. And I get the debuff, and I'm like, hey, sweet, I'm not going to shield this, it's going to do less damage. Going for a quick farm down. And this is Dragon Breath 1. He's so far off a Wild Charge here. So Dragon Breath Wild Charge, he must have got that from like a Dragon Breath return, maybe? I can't think of what would have Dragon Breath and Wild Charge. Answers in the comments, please. But then he swaps off it. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Onto his Psy Strike. Cool. I come up. Don't need to shield that one. I can throw 2 V-Creates and swap to my Body Slam to get the remove the debuff. Second one shielded, it's very nice. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I shield here or not. No, know that I can tank it. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I get the farm down here? No, I can't. Fingers crossed I can do this. So this is going to be a wild charge, so I had to shield it. Get a little bit of farm. And then go a little bit over, because I know a Scythe Strike won't kill me here. I just want to make sure that this V-Create will kill him. Nice one. Damn, so it all comes down to one game. One apiece. Can I sweep a Smeargle only tournament? It's about the only thing I've swept this tournament. It's about the only thing I've swept this season, if I do it. Can review Philly's outfits. Opt in for the rose tinted glasses. Mimikyu hat. Is that like the Eco Day Lapras t-shirt? Swimming shorts. No time to talk. Is he leading the Dragon Breath one again? He is. See, he's doing the same strategy as me, but I just think that my strategy is better because it takes him so long to get 2 wild charges with both of those. So he throws the first wild charge, and he's a long way off the second now. I'm pretty sure he only had 1 wild charge bank. He just threw it immediately then. But this isn't my debuffed debuffer. This is my my anchor in the back, my Body Slam Smeargle. I think I must have spent like 300,000 dust on this tournament. So you guys better smash like and make it all worth it, as the young people say. Cool, so now into the Thundershock variant. Just deciding to throw all plans out the window, because if I land this and it gets the debuff, well then he just swaps, right? Don't get the debuff. Holding onto his shields. I was about to say, I'd consider shielding there. Nice. Perfect, so now he's locked into a Smeargle, and hopefully I can land the debuff. And there it is. So this is going to do less damage than it would have done normally. It's a Scythe Strike variant. So what I really need to do is let this thing die. Oh, double debuff. Yeah, I need to let my Smeargle die so I can come in with the V-Create one and then swap off once I've debuffed myself. No, fuck that, we all say. And then I think he froze. I'm not sure what I was farming for. Was I worried that he was going to do exactly this? But like, look how debuffed I am. Oh, and then I get the lock on farm down. So what's this one? This is a Scythe Strike. You can do insane damage, but I've got a shield. He's got a shield, sorry, now. Oh, and he has to shield it because it's his last one. Oh, and then just outpace him to the lock on. Outpace him with the lock on to the V-Crate. Jesus Christ, feels like, what a marathon. There we have it, guys. How to sweep a Smeargle tournament 101. I hope you enjoyed. Like the video. I only put out videos when I feel like it, when I feel like there's something exciting enough to watch. This was pretty good fun. Keep your eyes out for fun tournaments like this, because when the game is in such a shit state that it is now, with lag and XLs and the dramas that surround people that use them, it's good just to find like something that you enjoy in the game again, and this Smeargle was definitely a palate cleanser for the tournament. You know, you don't care too much, but you care just the right amount. So yeah, thank you for watching. Shout out to Deli Boy, shout out to Team Tea and Pizza, the faction. Shout out to Nezbeth and Andrew for the article that he wrote. I know he's excited to see this video as well. Might possibly be the only person excited to see this video. And shout outs to all of my opponents. All the links that I mentioned earlier on will be down in the bio. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful time. Who knows what my hair might look like next time? Who knows what phase of lockdown we might be in? Cheers.